আমি এখন দিয়ে দিচ্ছি।
ওকে
আমি দিয়া তোমার এই যে কাজ করে ফেলবো। আমার এখনো ঘুম ধরে নাই, ঘুম
ব্রো,
ধরবেও না
স্পেস কমাও না,
আপাতত।
স্পেস
দাও।
কমাইলে আমার আমি লাইন গোজামিল পাকায় ফেলি, বুঝছো? স্পেস থাকুক এইভাবে। আচ্ছা না থাকবে, তুমি
আচ্ছা
এবার
আচ্ছা
রাখো,
ঠিক
এবার রাখো,
আছে।
সমস্যা নেই, সমস্যা নেই, থাকবে, এবার থাকবে, তোমার জন্য সুবিধা। আমি আমার আমার ফাইল আলাদা, ঠিক আছে? তুমি ওটা যে ইচ্ছা রাখতে পারো এখন।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
ঠিক
আহ,
আছে? আর
নাও
ইউ
তাহলে।
আর ইউ রেডি ব্রো?
এক মিনিট,
ওকে।
একটু গো থ্রু করি। ডাজ ইউর সুপারভাইজার গিভ ডিরেক্ট ইনস্ট্রাকশন টু ফলো অর টু দে গিভ সাজেশন? ক্যান ইউ শেয়ার এটা?
ব্রো তুমি ইংলিশে দিও, ঠিক আছে? তাহলে একটু ইজি হবে আমার জন্য ট্রান্সক্রাইব করা। বাংলাটা একদম আমার হাবু বের হয়ে গেছে পড়তে।
পুরো ইংলিশে দিব? এটা
হ্যাঁ।
টাফ হয়ে যাবে না পরে আবার এতক্ষণ? আচ্ছা, আই উইল ট্রাই মাই লেভেল বেস্ট।
আরে যেমনে পারো স্লোলি দিবা, প্যারা কি, আমরা
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে।
ঠিক
আচ্ছা
আছে?
ঠিক আছে, নাও শুরু শুরু
ওকে,
করো।
let's go. So my first question is, does your supervisor give you direct instructions to follow, or do they give you suggestions and let you choose what to do?
Well, thank you so much for your questions. Yes, I rarely receive his or her instruction and try to follow them accordingly. And when I try to receive my supervisor's feedback, I always try to accomplish their rubrics or the outline, as well as that is connected to the format of the research. What I try to find out in my own way. And another segment is about my choice about the instruction. Well, it is actually uh, personally sometimes impact on my uh, style, but I try to conduct accordingly to my supervisor's feedback, so that though I am a novice researcher, so I try to follow his instructions to do well.
Okay, so you follow the instructions and you sometimes you do on your own, right?
Yes.
Okay, so my second question is, can you share a time when feedback encouraged you to solve a research problem on your own?
Yes, it is sometimes encourage me to solve the problems of the research. But when I attempt in some different questions or different critical analysis from the research perspective, I do need some help from my teachers, from my supervisors. So when I get feedback from my supervisors, I try to analyze them, and I try to analyze my scope, where I should more work, and I should more enthusiastic for that particular area. That is quite interesting for resolving the research problem from my own perspective. So yes, I can uh, I get timely feedback and try to analyze and encourage them in my own way.
Okay. So my third question is, how much freedom do you feel you have to disagree with your supervisor's suggestions? Do you feel more or less independent in your work?
Well, it is sometimes feel dependence when I try to analyze my own point of view.
Yeah.
Uh, Sometimes rejected from my supervisors. Perhaps it can be more knowledgeable person, and as a novice researcher, it
Yeah.
may be discouraged when we show our respective ideas or insights. But yes, I partially agree this statement, but not partially exactly, because my supervisor always encourage me to do in my own way, and I include that in from my independence thinkings, and he sometimes uh, polish them and reform them. So yes, it's sometimes independent, and sometimes it dependent. It depends on the situation and the variable of research.
Okay, I got it. So basically, you work on something and you show it to your supervisor, and they just polish it, right? Okay.
Yes.
And so my fourth question to you is, how does your supervisor's feedback style make you feel like you are in control of your research?
Do you ask me about myself or about
No, no, no.
supervisors
Okay, the
feedback?
question was, how does your supervisor's feedback style make you feel like you are in control of your research? The feedback style making you feeling like are you in control of your research? It is like that.
Yes, I am always right in track with supervisor feedback style, and it sometimes provide me as the negative reinforcement system from the theory of second language acquisition that we are learned. But in sometimes the positive feedback is very crucial. Though my previous experiences from the last semester, I get some negative washback or negative feedback. So that's sometimes impact on my psychology to do this research uh, and successfully continue the research is very essential. But I sometimes realize that no, this is not happening yet. But though I have already mentioned that I am a novice researcher, so when my supervisors feedback uh, came through the negative reinforced system, so it sometimes helped me to know more, to analyze more, to search more, to learn more. So I think feedback style make feel me sometimes uncomfortable, but it always encourage me to learn more.
I was talking about like, do they feel like that you are in control of your research and the feedback?
Yes, yes, I'm always in my control in my research.
Okay, okay.
So that's why I try to be a successful researcher, and sometimes it might be published.
Okay, okay, got it. So my fifth question to you is, how do you usually feel about your skills after a feedback session?
Well, I have already answered this question in the previous section. That
Yeah,
is, feel more confident or less confident. So I can simply skip these questions, but I want to reflect uh, few more words.
yeah,
So
sure.
confident is definitely based on my strategy and my research area and the plans. So when I try to accomplish them accordingly, sometimes I discouraged due to some negative feedback
Yeah,
or negative washback style. So it sometimes impact on my confidence. But
yeah,
when I try that my future is about the research or my future is about the academia, so it always encouraged me to boost more confident when and it always encouraged me or what should I say, it motivate me to do more,
yeah.
and I take it positively, and yes, it's feel good because when I receive negative feedback at the end of the research, my supervisors always encouraged me why he or she provide that feedback, and he or she always uh, praise me for my dedication and my effort. So it is always feel good.
Okay, got it. So it means that it's more dependent on how the on the it's more dependent on the type of the feedback. That if it is too negative or personal, you may feel demotivated. But if it is
Yes,
like
sometimes it's
positive, like
demotivated and less confident,
yeah, I got it. So my
but
sixth
it
question
should
is
be, but
okay.
it should be provide balanced from my perspective.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. So My sixth question to you is, when you get a lot of corrections, sometimes what happens is we submit a work and the teachers give us a lot of corrections. So when you get a lot of corrections, do these corrections motivate you or demotivate you to work harder, or make you like, oh, I can't work anymore, I am exhausted?
Well, this question is also connected to the previous one.
Yeah, yeah.
So, it's motivate when I get negative feedback more, mostly. So sometimes it's demotivate me more than motivation, because when I feel it psychologically or mentally abandoned. So about motivation, uh, when my supervisor scaffolds me positively, it's it always encourages the motivation, but the more corrections sometimes always demotivate me. But when I analyze myself as a researcher and as a neutral person, that if I really make some mistakes, then I should accept that correction and move forward according to the feedback. And that always encouraged me to be more motivated. So I try to work hard more and never stop my work. Yes, sometimes it's being delay, but I never quit.
Okay, got it. So you just shared that how do you feel to different kind of feedback, but can you describe a situation, or can you share a situation where feedback increased or decreased your confidence, like one particular incident or situation?
Well, I can share one thing. During my thesis, my first draft was split by my supervisor,
Yeah.
and I was totally shocked that is it really the garbage that I have produced. So it was negatively or decreased my confidence. Uh, I got third time negative confidence from my thesis supervisions, and the last time I produced the better best than the others, and my supervisor praised me, encouraged me more. And yes, I have some current issues, mental issues, and some social issues that impact on my work. And
Okay.
my supervisor understand that issues, and he always encourage me. He always try to increase the situation, and that's why uh, I am working in the right track. So in that particular situation, feedback sometimes increased my confidence, and yes, sometimes it's decreased, but I try to manage them accordingly.
Okay, so it means that even though your supervisor gave you some tough time, but he is still supportive, right?
Yes, he's always supportive.
Okay, got it. So my eighth question to you is that how do you see yourself now in terms of being a researcher or an academic writer? Hello?
Yes, I can. I can be see myself as a mid-level researcher or academic writer, though it is the area which is so much crucial and so much dedication, and this area is highly essential or highly outlined with the dedication the and the strong motivation. So from my previous experiences, yes, I am a little bit trying to be a researcher and academic writer, but I still need to be more work hard.
Okay, so I mean, you are just trying to progress as much as you can, right?
Yes, it is very far better than my previous life, academic life. My work choice or my formation about the research article, and how it is analyzed, and how it go through the format or the if you talk about the identity, it is really impact on it is positively impact on my personality, because when I compare my previous academic life and present, it is magnificently, or it is charismatically improve my every academic journey. So when I try to analyze them, it reflect that my area of interest about research is highly crucial, and I am tried to be a researcher and academic writer, uh, which I mean to be.
Okay, got it. So, my ninth question is: in what ways has your supervisor's feedback influenced how you see yourself as a researcher?
Well, let me explain one thing, that my supervisors, um, once he told me that one day you will be a good researcher and hold a good PhD than him. But I know
Wow.
he explained this for encourage my motivation to be more work hard. But yes, it is sometimes highly influential that my supervisor faith on me and try to encourage me more than himself. So it is always a good side that I get from my get from my supervisors, that um, how I try to be as a researcher in future. So it is always encouraging.
Okay, and that's right. And my last question to you is that do you think that supervision feedback helped you to develop your academic voice or research identity?
Yes, definitely. It is raising my voice and or research identity. Uh, Nowadays, I feel that more than the previous. If I talk about how, then it is quite functional, because it is about the academia. So the academia is about to structural and the foundational. So when I am raising my voice, it is about the teaching or researcher oriented. So, as a researcher or the future or novice teacher, I always try to follow that. So, when my supervisor's feedback is about to raising my academic voice or research identity, it impact the situation. It impact the upcoming academic world. It about how the academy in Bangladesh going through the novice researcher or educator, and it is about the situational. So when we I talk about, I try to include myself as a upcoming Bangladeshi researcher. It is raise my new identity, that the other side, other countries, sometimes some of them are already accomplished, or what I can say, they are already done it, but we are than less working than them. So
Yeah.
in that point of view, we can I can raise that voice academically, and that is about my research identity.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful research session, interview session, sorry. Thank you so much for answering
Thank you
all the
so much.
questions. And I have learned a lot of new things from your interview.
Thank you so much for your precious time interviewing me. If you have any questions more, I can answer them accordingly.
No, I do not have any more further questions. So thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.